March 14th and 15th, Monday and Tuesday. So the sun is in Pisces and the moon is in Leo. Well, that's a funny combo. The thing about Pisces is they have this need to let themselves not be locked down. So you can't really get them to stick to their schedule, or they don't really understand time, or they have this feeling of not being told what to do. And they'll pretend very well that they're so good at what you are asking, and then they'll slip out the back door, but not when they have moon in Leo. I have a really good friend who passed away that had this combination. She was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, could they dress up? Pisces and the moon in Leo. Now, here's the deal. On the 14th is one of my favorite heroes on this planet, Albert Einstein. This is so Pisces. Talk about time. He was quoted to say, I spent my whole life studying time and didn't have a clock in the house. Or my favorite story was he was standing in front of MIT and the kids walked up to him and he had this conversation and they finished this abstract conversation as only Pisces can do because they're scientists. No one tells you that. They think about abstract things are not limited to this world. And at the end, he said to the kids, was I coming or going when we started this conversation? Was I walking toward the school or away? Because they can't remember. Now, if on Monday and Tuesday with the moon in Leo, you're feeling like, whoa, I have to get going. I can't let the Pisces take me out. There's a fixed T-square between the moon in Leo opposite Saturn, Venus, and Mars in Aquarius, squaring Uranus in Taurus, releasing in Scorpio. We had this way back in July during the summer. This T-square between Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus is creating tension, but that's exactly what Pisces needs. So most Pisces, because they wander and they lose themselves and they're not focused, the moon in Leo is going to make you feel Monday and Tuesday like getting up, dressing up, making sure you're activated and you're not in that place of Pisces dreamland because the release is Scorpio. So focus is always the release. The sun is conjunct Neptune in Pisces. This only happens once a year. Let's talk about it. The sun is your life force. Neptune is the planet that rules Pisces. It's the dreamer. It's the mystic. It's the planet that rules other entities that come into this reality or life after death or seeing beneath the veil or getting high into altered states. So it's a bit of a dreamy moment. Thank God the moon's in Leo Monday and Tuesday, but there's some tension with it unless you know how to use it. And when things release in Scorpio, it just means take your emotional body and focus it. And don't let the emotional body take you out. Now, that's easy for me to say. Albert Einstein, he was known not so good. He left his first wife and daughter and didn't really leave much to them. And then he had a wife that he was so thankful because she cooked for him and cleaned for him. Because Pisces can be, as I'm describing them, they're so otherworldly, they lose focus. So in this energetic, with all this fixed energy, the Leo, the Aquarius, and the Taurus, it's a really good time, Monday and Tuesday, to dream, let that energy be available, and then use the moon in Leo to willfully choose what you're going to do with it. That's what this life's about, conscious choice. It's not Pisces' best trait. They like to just float. They like to imagine. They like to allow life to follow them around and then pop in an idea or not. And Moon and Leo is going, what? We've got to look good. We have to focus. And that's what Monday and Tuesday is about, focus. Astrology Answers wanted me to say to you, take advantage of this T-square that's releasing in Scorpio to let this Pisces energy be creative and on your terms with a choice. What's the choice you're going to make Monday morning when you wake up that's going to really help this week be extra special?